Hello, my name's Scott, and I'm going to be talking about the Virginia colony today. The Virginia colony is one of 13 colonies, and it was sent over by Britain. Britain sent over a lot of people and a lot of boats, but all the other boats are lame and stupid except for three. So those three landed on the east coast of Virginia, the only coast of Virginia, and they created and formed Jamestown. What a fun name. So Jamestown was actually not alone. There was Native American tribe by the name of the Powhatans. And so the Powhatans were a nice, peaceful, and great tribe that only pillaged them for 8 years. And then after those 8 years, there was this dude named Captain John Smith. And Captain John Smith decided that he was going to be cool. So he decided to open up trading to these Native Americans who were open to trading with him. And the relations were great until he almost blew up in a keg explosion and got sent back to Britain. And then things went downhill from there until Pocahontas. You might know Pocahontas. You probably do. Pocahontas is a Disney princess. And get this, a real person. She married a farmer. Now, that might just be me, but I don't really see how they're equal there. But, whatever. So things are good for a while. And by for a while, I mean less than a decade. And then the Native Americans decided to burn down their farms. And after a bit of retaliation, things just kind of went back to normal. They started ignoring each other. Trade was closed. That kind of thing. That was about it. There really wasn't much going on from then till the end of the relevant time period. Obviously, more happened when America manifested destiny. Regardless, that moves us to our next point. Their jobs. Now, you might be wondering, what does someone do for a job when there's no business? Well, good question. All right, you got carpenters. There's a couple of those. You got your bricklayers or your masons. Then you got your odd jobs, your smaller, lesser done jobs. For instance, barbers or blacksmiths. Then you also got your general labor jobs. However, most of those jobs were taken up by a pretty popular thing at the time, slavery. So yeah, they did most of the farming, but obviously there wasn't a lot of recorded history behind that. There was also apparently a job called gentleman, which I actually had to Google that term. Apparently, a gentleman is just a rich guy who can own land and pay for people to do his own jobs. They were also the kind of people who got to vote. They had a legal system in Virginia, or Jamestown, I should say. The legal system consisted of 22 representatives, or burgesses. Burgess is as good as mine on how you properly pronounce that. But they were voted in to make decisions for people at the head of the government. Basically, the church. There wasn't actually like a head of government. They just all went around in a circle and decided to vote for things. It was kind of like America, but without a president. And since it was only rich white guys voting, it was kind of like America 80 years ago. So obviously, if you're going to have tobacco farmers and carpenters and stuff like that, you're going to have good farmland and good timber. So timber was obviously a popular resource there. But another popular resource was iron, because you kind of need that if you want to make tools and be self-sustainable. So that was another natural resource of Jamestown. Another thing to keep in consideration when picking the location of your new city is, do you really want to be sitting in your house, chilling behind your walls, and then out of nowhere a cannonball comes in and kills your pregnant wife and dog? typically, that's not a great thing. What the Jamestown settlers decided to do was build a bit inland, so they couldn't get shot point blank by cannonballs. So believe it or not, there was actually people in North America before the settlers. It was the Spanish. And the Spanish, they wanted the land. They didn't want Britain to have it. So they would attack any settlers or any like village they could see on the coast that wasn't theirs. So you had to keep in mind that if Spain finds you, they're going to try and kill you with boats. So they built inland so that they couldn't get shot point blank with cannonballs. That's really it, to be honest. In 1750, it was basically gone. It was turned into farmland, and that's about it. It lost its charterhood in 1690 and became a crown colony, which honestly sounds cooler, but it basically just means they lost their right to vote. Jamestown was, or is now known as the oldest settlement from Britain on North America. That's about it. Thanks for watching.